Hello and welcome back to Father and Son Tractors. Today we're going to be restoring the carburetor off our Ferguson TE20 Continental. Not Continental?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is.
It is a Continental.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the standard. It's the
It's
Continental. And we already have the carburetor off, and as you can see from the image, it's in a pretty bad way. This is where we thank our sponsor for today's video, Built Hamber, for sending out some Deoxy rust remover. Now you mix this powder, 1 part powder to 19 parts water, mix it up in a bucket and leave the product to soak for 20 minutes to 24 hours and we'll see how we get on. Let's have a look.
As you can see, it's dirt, dust and grime as well, but we're going to see how we get on.
Right, how's it doing?
It looks like it's removed the rust and some of the grime at the same time.
Has it? Okay, may I? Do you mind if I take it?
Oh, it actually does.
It actually has, hasn't it? That's done a really good job. So if we see here, it really has removed 99% of that rust. I know there's some surface rust still on here because this was actually stuck out of the water, our mistake. But you can rub all of this brown off of it. Let's get some. And actually, that's looking pretty good. Let's take a wire brush to it, give it a clean up, and we'll have a better look after. That's it. So we've just given this a rinse off outside under the clean tap, and I must say I'm so impressed. It's taken it back to the bare metal, but it hasn't been corrosive at all. It's just removed the rust. So we're going to set it down on a towel, give it a bit of a dry, and then we'll start taking it apart and see what the inside's like. Let's give it a little dry off a sec. You just use that and pat it round. That's good. Just while we're handling it is all. Gloves off. So my hope is that liquid would have also loosened any corroded on screws and nuts and bolts. So if you get a flathead screwdriver and a posi screwdriver, we seem to have 2 flathead screws on the front or on the air intake side and 2 flathead screws, 2 posi screws on the other side. Now while Oscar's undoing them, this might be a chance for me to drop some science about how a carburetor works. So the carburetor is a unit that governs how much fuel and how much air enters the engine head. The engine head of a vehicle is a sealed unit, and when the pistons move downwards, it creates suction that draws fuel and air from the fuel tank and from the air filter through the carburetor and into the engine. So the carburetor effectively governs how much fuel and how much air mix and go into the engine head. Too much fuel or too much air and the vehicle will stall. It's quite a simple principle.
Just to clarify so far, all we have done is remove every nut, bolt and screw, and anything we could not remove, we didn't remove because we didn't want to use force and break it.
That's right, if we broke anything we might not be able to replace it. We do, however, have a carburetor refurbishment kit which did come with some handy new bits. We also purchased some carburetor cleaning spray. It's quite strong stuff, kind of smells like nail varnish, but we squirted that through every nook and cranny and it just clears out all the years worth of grime and oil from its use. So that's since 1947. Once we'd done that, we put the new gasket on it and put the screws back in. We do need to replace a couple of screws and there are a couple of springs missing. But all in all, we're really happy with the outcome. It looks fantastic.
If you enjoyed watching us restore this carburetor, please like and subscribe down below to enjoy more of our videos.